Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs. Today we are talking totes, lots and lots of totes. I started making these last year and I did some for Christmas and they were huge. Everybody loved them. I've had all kinds of emails with different suggestions. So I do have a bunch more coming out. I've done Valentine's, winter. Today we are focusing on St. Patrick's Day. I have 3 of them. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these other 2 out of the way, and we are going to start with our Shamrock Trek. So what you will get with this one does have a printable. It says Loads of Luck, and it is off to the, this one goes off to the side, and it is printable. You can either print the shamrocks on it or you can glue them on, and I'm going to do both so that you can see what I'm talking about. And then we have a blank one. I just cut it out of white. We have our truck, and I will show you all the pieces for that in just a minute. Then we have 2 more embellishment pieces, and this one is the truck cut out so it goes on the front. We have a couple of extra shamrocks. And then we have our Gable box. So let's assemble the Gable box first. So what I like to do, very quickly, you also have a base. This comes with all of my Gable boxes. This is an optional piece, but it is perfect if you're putting something heavy in here, like a small loaf of bread or a stack of cookies. You might want the base. If you're not, if you're just putting some little like socks or something in it, you don't need this piece. Okay, so we're going to take both pieces. They are identical, and we are going to start scoring them. So I'm going to take my tab and score it down, and then I have a score line across. So I'm going to score. I have to stop and think. This one gets scored out. Nope, they both get scored down. And then you have one right here. This gets scored up. And then we have these 2 little tabs, and you can just kind of bend them if you want to, but you don't have to. Then we have our tabs on the bottom, and we're going to score those down as well. Repeat for this piece, do the same thing. I'm going to score the tab down. Across the top, bring the little handle score up, kind of bend those if you want to, and then the tabs go down. Okay, let's put tape on this tab first. And we're going to line it up with this second piece. And while I'm doing that, all of these boxes can be cut from letter size paper, 12 by 12 if you want to, but if all you have is 11 by 8.5 by 11, the letter size, I've broken it up so that it will cut with that machine. I'm finding it a little more difficult to find 12 by 12 solid paper without getting it online. So I've done it so you can do the letters. All right, so now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and decorate this up. So I'm going to bring my my embellishment that's got the cutout. I'm sorry, people. I am having brain issues today. And we're going to tape it, and we're going to tape it to the front. Just center it. You do not want to put tape or glue behind this piece right here that's poking up. Otherwise, it'll lay on the top of your Gable box, and you don't want that. You want it to be able to fold. Okay. Go ahead and add our sentiment piece on the side. And some of these have sentiments on the side, and some of them have them on the front. Just depends on the box we're doing. We have our back embellishment. And I am going to do one of these with some printed paper here in a minute. And then we have our side embellishment. Okay, there's our Gable box. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble our little truck, and I will show you what pieces come with this. So we have the bumper, we have 2 tires, we have the actual truck, and everything is just cut out the way that it's supposed to be. We have the 2 little tail lights, and I did mine in green because my truck is orange and it's a St. Patrick's Day truck, but you could do them in red or any color. And then you have 3 small shamrocks that are kind of cut at a weird angle. You're gonna cut those and think, my machine did something wrong. It didn't, that's exactly right. And then we have this back piece. So the first thing we want to do is we're gonna take the back of our truck and we're gonna glue it to the background piece. Make sure you're putting glue on the back, so when I'm gluing it, Lucky reads backwards. And it is kind of skinny in some places. And then we're going to glue it to this yellow. Now the yellow is going to have just the tiniest little edge all the way around showing. And you could cut this out of white if you wanted to, out of a lighter green, darker green. It's just the windshield is going to show and your Lucky is going to show. Okay, so once that's on there, we're going to take our bumper. We're going to glue it on. And then we can glue our tires on. Now we have these 3 little shamrocks that are cut funny. The biggest one goes in the middle, and that cut edge is going to go right along the edge of the truck. I did that so there's not a whole lot of bulk with this. And then we have 2 lighter shamrocks. They just need a dot of glue, and they are also cut flat on the edge. And they are going to just overlap a little bit on that other larger shamrock. So that everything looks like it's riding right there in the back of the truck. Okay, then we can put our tail lights on. And our truck is ready to go. So you could put this on with foam pop dots, or you can glue it on there directly. I would most likely do it with foam pop dots, but we're in a hurry today, so I'm just gonna glue it directly on here. You could also ink these up to give it a little bit more shade, a little more dimension. I wanted it to have all the detail, but I wanted to keep it simple as well and not have too many little tiny pieces. Okay, so there we go. It's all glued on. Now we have some other shamrocks. So we can decorate the top here if we want to a little bit. Oops, it's down there. And then if you wanted to, you could glue your little tiny shamrocks to your printable that says Loads of Luck. So on this one, I printed them, and on that one, I'm just gluing it. You can see the difference. If I hold it up really close, you really can't. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these others on here too. just cover up where I printed them. You could also cut out your letters and glue those on if you wanted to, but it's a whole lot easier, I promise, to just print it, or you can leave that blank. Cut your decorative or your embellishments out of some decorative paper. This is your box, whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so this is all ready now to fold up and fill. So we're going to put tape on this side right here. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put tape along each of the tabs except the front tab. So the front tab is the one that has your decorations. And instead of doing it right on the edge, I'm going to come up about, a 1/4 of an inch or so. Skip this one, the one at the front. Flip it over, and then the one that you skipped, you want to put tape on the inside, and this time you want it right along the edge. Okay, fold it up so that we can match those corners. Give it a nice sharp corner. I like to fold it, make sure everything's going to fold nice and neat. Okay, we're going to flip it upside down. And then you're going to fold your two edges, side edges in first. They have tape on the outside, so we're going to fold them in. Then you're going to fold your back piece. It has tape on the outside as well. And then we're going to fold the front side. It has tape on the inside. Square up your bottom. Oops. So square up your bottom. Flip it over and press with your hand to get everything to adhere and be nice and flat. If you're using the bottom piece, the base, go ahead and slip that in there. Fill it up, and then to close it, all you're going to do is you're going to bring the handles together, and then those cutouts are going to go over the two ears. And if you want to, you can even kind of flare them out to keep your box closed. And there is our lucky tote. Loads of luck. So fun. Okay, the next one we're going to do is our frog. We did a Valentine's frog. Now we're going to do a St. Patrick's Day frog. And he says it's all about the green. So let's take this is our frog, and I will show you all of these pieces in a minute. We have the frame, which also has the frog cut out, and we have our printable piece. It's all about the green. And we have a couple of extra shamrocks. Again, you have your inside base, and then we have our embellishment panels, and I just cut them out of the same paper that I cut my frame. I'm going to set all that to the side, and now we're going to fold and assemble. So score on your score lines, score down. The handle is the only one that is scored up. And then kind of bend your ears. Take your bottoms and score them down, fold them down. Repeat with the second piece. You'll find that once you've done one or two of these, it's just makes sense how to do them. They go together really quickly. Take that handle part, score it up, kind of bend your ears, score your bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and put tape on this tab right here. I'm going to flip it over because I'm right-handed. And then we're going to match those up, match up the score lines, put the edge of the left side right against the right score line. Oops, I bumped it. And press. Okay, let's go ahead and put our embellishment panels on. I'm going to start first with my printed piece. You do not have to use this printed piece if you don't want to. You could write or stamp something in there or leave it blank. We're just going to center it in the middle. I'm going to take the frame and we're going to glue around the frame and under the bottom of the frog, but we don't want to get anything above this frame with glue because it'll stick to the top of our gable box and won't fold correctly. Flip it over, and that frame goes right on the front of our printed piece, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and put our embellishment panels on, and I'm just going to do them with tape. Okay, there's our, and let's do our little frog guy. Isn't he so cute? So these are the pieces that come with your frog. You have 2 legs. I cut them out of the light green. 2 eyes. The face is also cut out of the light green. The next layer on his face is white. This is the inside of the eyes. The next layer is pink. The only part that's going to show of this is the mouth. So you can do it in pink or red. Then we have the frog body. That is your light green. And the only piece on this one, this is your, it's going to help you layer everything together. It's the background, but the tummy is going to show. So I did this out of the darker green. You could also do it out of red or white, whatever color you want your little tummy to be. So we're going to put that one down first, and then we are going to glue the body. And everything should just line right up. Just like that. Okay, then we are going to take our pink piece. Match up those cutouts because we want the darker to show through. Oh, I said you could cut this out of another color. It's also the dots or the warts on him, on this back piece that show through. So you probably want to just do them out of the darker green. Then we have the white piece. This is the inside of the eyes. Again, match up the circles. And finally his face, the lighter green. Let's go ahead and add our eyeballs. You can have them going in any direction depending on what look you want. And then we have the little feet. Whoops. Oh my goodness, there we go. And I am actually going to pop those up with just the smallest amount of foam tape. We want to make sure that we don't cover the little circles because that's where his warts are going to show through again. Speckles, I don't know what a frog has. And now we can add him to the front of our box, and you can glue him or pop dot him. Just going to add some glue. And we have two little shamrocks. If you want to add them up here to the top, you could put them right there under the, it's all about the green. You could cut more, decorate the sides, anything that you like. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble this box. So again, I'm going to flip it upside down. It's easier for me. We're going to put tape on this tab, this side tab. We're going to turn it around, and we're going to put tape on 1, 2, skip the third one, and put it on the fourth. And we're going to put it up about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch, so it's not right on the edge. Skip the front piece, flip it over, and now the front piece, the one that doesn't have any glue, we're going to put tape on it, and we're going to put it right along the edge. Fold it up, matching the tab and the side so that we get a nice sharp corner. And I don't lay this down to do it because my tabs have glue on them and I don't want them to stick to each other. Fold that. Okay, turn it upside down. Start with your side tabs, turn them down. Bring your back tab down. It has tape on the outside. Then bring your front tab. It has tape on the inside. Square up your bottom. Flip it over. Put your base in if you're using it. Bring your handles together. And then slide those pieces over top of the ears. Fan out the ears if you want to. You don't have to. I didn't used to do it, and then I saw somebody do it with my boxes on a video, and I thought, oh, that's such a good idea. And there is our little St. Patrick's Day frog. It's all about the green. So cute. Okay, last one. Pinch me. We can't have St. Patrick's Day without somebody getting pinched, right? So this one, I did the embellishment pieces. I printed it. And the pattern that I used is the dots from my St. Patrick's Day digital pattern paper set. And so I also did the frame. So we have a large shamrock and some smaller ones. So I also cut the frame out of that pattern. Pinch Me is printable. You could cut those out individually or do it in vinyl if you wanted to. I just like to turn them into print and cuts. And then I printed the last embellishment panel. Okay, let's assemble this box. Oh, and there's our inside piece. So we're going to take our tab and fold it down. Or fold across the top, down. The handle, right under the handle is a score line. Fold that up. I missed this paper, this orange paper that I used is not my favorite. It was some I found on clearance, and it's not very heavy. It'll work, but it's not my favorite. Oh, and then the middle score line here. We want to score down. Okay, same thing with this one. Score it down. Down, across the top, the handle, and the tabs a little, and then the bottom tabs. Really quick, before I assemble this, it doesn't really matter what side of your paper your tabs are on. I think when I did the Valentine's one, I had my tabs over on this side. It really 100% doesn't matter as long as they are both going in the same direction. you wouldn't want to fold these this way and this one this way. You want them both going in the same direction. I hope that made sense and I didn't confuse you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put tape on this tab right here. Line up the edges. Press and make sure that you've got a nice crisp corner. Okay, we're going to take our Pinch Me and I'm going to glue it to the front, tape it to the front. Right in the middle of that box. Let me bring this over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's take our frame piece. And I'm actually going to use my bottle because it's got the small needle nose, and we're going to glue the frame right to the front of that Pinch Me. When I was showing this to my husband, he said, I'm going to take a marker and write "Don't pinch me," or "Don't" right above it. And that would actually be really cute. Take a little black marker, write "Don't." Okay, once that's done, we can go ahead and put the other embellishment panels on. So the rectangle. And because I printed these, they're just white on one side. You could do this out of your printed cardstock, your scrapbook paper. One thing I forgot to show you on the others is our side pieces are not perfectly square. So you're going to want to make sure that you've got them going in the right direction. See how that one, it's not going to fit right. Okay, then we can go ahead and take our large shamrock and we're going to glue it to the frame where the cutout is. There's a medium, nope, a smaller one that goes on there too. And then we have our medium shamrock. We can put it right up here at the side. And we have a second smaller one. You could cut as many of these out as you wanted to if you wanted to do some more decorations. I kind of like the less is more theory, but there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and flip this around. We're going to put tape on this tab right here. We're going to put tape on the bottom tabs, skipping the front tab. So, and I'm going to do it just inside, about 1/4 of the way up from the edge. So the top, the side, we're going to skip this one, and the side. Flip it over, and now the one that didn't have, I didn't score that, the one that didn't have any tape, which is the front, we're going to put it right along the edge. Oops, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Okay, let's bring this together so that the sides all match up. Press it really good. Make sure it's folding. Turn it upside down. We're going to take the 2 side tabs and turn them in first. I really didn't score that one piece right there very well. Okay, side pieces go in. The back piece with the tape on the outside comes down. And then the front piece with the tape on the inside comes down. Square up your bottom, flip it over, and press. Put in the base piece if you want to. Bring your handles together. Oh, I really don't like this paper. It's not very sturdy. But it's working. It's doing okay. It's not super sturdy, but it's holding it okay. Fan those out if you want to. With this one, I definitely want to because it's not very sturdy. And there is our Pinch Me Gable Box. So pinch me, lucky, and it's all about the green. I hope that you will give one of these boxes a try. They are lots of fun, and like I said, very, very popular right now. Go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up, and have a great day.